Hello. Okay. Sunday I did a video about hiking boots and shoes, and I know it was a holiday, so I didn't expect a billion views. Not necessarily a complete throwaway video, but today is kind of an extension of that video. So if you didn't see that video, hopefully you'll get around to watching it if it matters to you. So today though I'm focused more on just one brand of shoe instead of kind of a head-to-head, but I will be mentioning a couple different brands. But okay, so for starters, the newest Bean catalog, I think I'm allowed to show page. I don't know how YouTube rules and all work with it, copyrights and nonsense, but I'm not endorsing any, specific companies or whatever, as much as just trying to give, useful information. But so like in the newer catalog, it's hiking shoes, very more similar to the Nevados, ones that I was talking about, which is, the hiking boots that are kind of more almost based on sneakers. That trend started in the late 70s or early 80s or whatever, and has obviously not ended. But I won't be buying or reviewing these Bean boots because I already have, a couple pairs of the Nevados ones. So instead, today we're talking about the Eco Woods ones. The taller model I don't have. I think they don't look very appealing to me. This model I don't find as appealing, but I'll get into that. This, I don't know if they're still offering the green color this year, but I got the green ones last year. And so that's partly why this can be a little more thorough review than my usual preview videos where, I haven't actually tested out the product at all yet. So basically they're advertising this in 3 colors. In this book, although I don't know if this is a current one or not. The last time I went on the website, well, this just says spring. The last time I went on the website, though, it looked like they were pretty much sold out of the green one already, last year's model. And these gray ones were on sale, which made it an okay purchase with this one because it offset the cost of this one to get this one, since I have a bunch of gray stuff that I figured, okay, I can have a pair of shoes that match a bunch of other stuff. And that'll be, a nice fit, since instead of now paying, what is it, 80 or 90 bucks for these, it drops the cost down to, So hiking boot, $99. Chukka boot, which is the gray one, $79. Lace-up shoe, $79. So this was $80. But the gray one was on sale for $45. And just to read a little bit, I don't like to read all the stuff on the websites because you can pretty much read it yourself. But super soft, upper, durable blend of blah, 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 25% cotton canvas, recycled polyester laces and trim, comfort footbed, all-day cushion support, toe and heel bumpers to protect your feet, vent grip outsole, 20% recycled materials, reliable traction on multiple surfaces. That's fine. Let's see. We look to the past to find our path forward by combining an archive-inspired design with materials that are better for the environment. Okay, better how, I don't know. And I don't really care, because to me, they're basically sneakers. And I was not buying them to be hiking shoes per se, as much as just generic use, because as I've said in previous videos, I own tons of green stuff, so a green pair of shoes that would go with green stuff is fine. They're maybe a little narrow, but not too narrow. They have these kind of pull tab things that I never had on a pair of sneakers before, but did help get them on. Yes, because this area, there's not a lot of width there, and so getting the foot in was kind of the thing. And then once that was done, it was all right. The cushioning, fine. Like I said, I wasn't trying to use them for rugged mountain use or anything. I was just walking around on the street, so I didn't have any real issue with that. I'm sure that the part beneath the toe here will go flat quickly enough, and they'll just be the same as Converse. I was going to compare them to Vans. I guess price wise now for what, 20 or $30 less, somewhere in that price range. You can still get Vans. The Vans run a little bit smaller now. The Vans have shrunk a tiny bit over time. Not terribly much. Basically the same. Basically the same width and thing. I think they've changed Vans slightly. I mean, this is a different color, and I don't remember if they used to have this stitching, and that's kind of ugly and awkward there. I don't know if that's a crap pair, but I'm going to do a Vans video in about a month, so I don't want to labor the point. But the foam here, a little stiffer, not quite as smushy, but they're Vans. I mean, if you're the one person in the world who doesn't have any experience with Vans, then get a pair and see if you hate them or love them. I don't know. Also, in the last video, I was talking about the Nikes, which now this is much more of a shoe that I would rather take on a trail, just because we have a lot more grip in here. We have this kind of, I don't know, not necessarily more breathable, but a little more durable through here, perhaps. When we're talking about abrasions and stuff, a little bumper around the toe is not quite enough. For those of you, again, if you're the one person who doesn't know, Vans, you usually lose canvas here and here, especially here. When it's gone, they're uncomfortable because your toe pops through them. Here, you're still going to lose canvas there. I don't know how long before your toe pops through them, because again, I haven't worn them that much. And again, this Chukka or whatever is kind of similar to some of the other Vans that came out in the 80s when they had the high top skater shoes. And I never wore them though, because they had like a seam thing across here that I absolutely hated. So no seam here. So I figure that's all right. I can live with that. Again, with the pull tabs, the little higher ankle, but there's padding here. So I don't know how that differs from the Vans, but definitely differs from Converse, which are taller with no padding and zero arch support. So here at least we have some arch support. Again, the outsole is just whatever their rubber compound that they were talking about. Some traction, but again, not necessarily a trail lug like a boot. And so, I mean, what else is there really to say? Like I said, I bought them as glorified sneakers. So if they last me a season or two, that they're still overpriced slightly, but they've basically done the job. I literally was buying them more for the color than, like I said, anything else. Just show off this. So this is the newer color. Again, a third of my wardrobe is this color, and half of my wardrobe is British khaki and khaki. So apart from dressier clothes and whatnot, I have a lot of casual clothes that are British military looking stuff. So this one, on the other hand, though, has branding on the inside for whatever reason, whereas last year it was just that, and the new boxes have almost no adornment whatsoever. And the other shoe that I talked about in the previous video, for those of you who want to know, is this one, which I don't think they're offering this particular model this time around, this Allagash Bison mock toe, which is meant to be a camp shoe, but it's based on a boat shoe. So they have other boat shoes, and I'll do a boat shoe video also sometime probably next month. So be looking forward to that, hopefully. And like I said, I talked more about that shoe in the previous video, and I'll talk more about boat shoes in the next video. So this one, I think, can go in the books.